Mr. Ukadike, one of the very major issue that has been played up in this case is the fact that the importation of even substandard products, low quality products. Some of these importers are being accused of bringing in, substandard products for Nigerians. But we're seeing Nigerians' vehicle breaking down because of poor petrol. How does this now, isn't this a step in the right direction if we stop this importation, focus on locally refined products, and we're sure of the quality that comes out of that? Because I believe that is one of the major selling points that Dangote is capitalizing on at the moment.
Well, this is dynamics of the market. Everybody has his way, either by propaganda, by infusion, by lobbying, and fake information. There's one even something I watch on WhatsApp. Somebody that brought generator and said this one is Dangote, this one or this. You understand me? Yeah. We have been in this business for a very long period of time. We have a standard regulatory authority, which is the NMDPR, whose function is to ensure the quantity and quality of petroleum products imported in this country. And I also want to tell you that these NNDPR people, they are creep of management. They are doing very, very well. I have never faulted them in any way. Maybe one or two little problems here and there, but I think they are the best top-notch in terms of institutions in Nigeria. I'm not praising them, but I have had encounter with them, and I have seen the kind of seasoned personalities that are in that organization. Most of them that is calling that they should remove Farouk, they should remove. These are people with public and bad interests who the man doesn't want to cut corners with. The NNDPR is doing very, very well. And they don't care whose horse is God. So I trust that institution. And if business or responsibility is given to such institution, you should allow them work. Allow the NNDPR to work. They will make sure that both, even the one that is refined by Dangote, is tested and good for the Nigerian consumption.
Let's look at this other aspect. When we look at the pump where Nigerians buy fuel,
yes,
the price of fuel at those points seem cheaper than at other points. My question now is, are you saying that the imported fuel, the landing costs, and when it gets to the consumer, that your own will be cheaper than Dangote's own when it gets to the consumer?
Yeah.
Also factor in the pressure on foreign exchange that you've always complained about.
Yes.
Now your importation will encourage the use of this.
Yeah, these issues are in two ways. One is the pressure on the foreign exchange. One is, are we getting fuel from a local refinery at the best price?
What price are you getting from your importation, and what is the landing cost?
And I have told you today, by the market statistics I have here, Dangote is selling his own premium motor spirits, a local refinery, at 820 Naira to with independent marketers. And some other imported marketers that are importing their petroleum product from different countries are selling 815 Naira. 5 Naira difference is very, very big in terms of this industry. What are we talking about it? We're supposed to be getting Dangote 800 cheaper than those who are importing. That one will discourage importation.
Yeah, just for clarity, Dangote, you said, is selling to you at 820. Meanwhile, the one that comes in from abroad is 815.
Yes.
But why is it that at the fuel station, the other fuel prices is higher than the one sold by the other stations or owned, controlled by Dangote?
There's no stations being controlled by Dangote. Dangote does not have any station. He said he doesn't have any business in retailing. The retailing lies in our hands. It is based on your logistics because the market has been liberalized. When you buy your petroleum products from any depot, you add your cost. There is no petroleum equalization fund anymore. The subsidy has been removed. The pricing is in the hands of the marketers and those that have owned their filling stations. So when you buy your petroleum product, you add the cost of your transportation, you add the cost of wear and tear and other expenses. and be able to put your template and sell in your pumps. If you move around Suleja Road now, you will find out some people are selling 900. Some people are selling the 910. Some people are selling 905. So it is the competition of price that will make the commuter go into any filling station to buy petroleum products with ease. You are no longer being forced. This time, the time has gone. Now, and before, it's not the same thing. Before, NNPC filling stations, people gather around the NNPC like Jericho and wait for 3 days to be able to buy. But now, NNPC filling station, no, you can't see even 2 or 3 vehicles there. What you see there is keke. Other filling stations and other brands have taken over. That is the competition of the market. That is the deregulation. Allow the market forces determine price. You don't clone us.
You speaking about competition, the downstream sector, there's this accusation of unhealthy competition within that sector. Now, how do we prevent unfair competition? And how do we make sure that institutions like the NMDPR, put all the right measures in place to ensure that there's, fairness in the system and, there's no condition of overpricing of the product?
Yeah, thank you very much. You see, that is why we kicked against the ban on importation of petroleum products. That ban on importation of petroleum products will also leverage the NNDPR to continue to give import licenses to those who feel that whatever is the market price today, they can be able to get something cheaper into this country. And cheaper with also the best quality. That is why we have the NNDPR. We have never seen in this recent period, maybe in the past, when they imported ethanol and the rest of them, it is not the crop of men that we are managing the NNDPR as at that time. But now, we have never heard about substandard fuel. You cannot even determine, you cannot even, as I'm talking to you now, you cannot even differentiate when you buy Dangote fuel and when you buy imported product. I keep on wondering, why will you continue to import product when Dangote is refining? And Nigeria is giving Dangote crude in Naira. It shouldn't have caused that they should ban importation. It should reduce his prices. His prices will ban importation. That's what you should be talking about now. I should be very, very proud to say, yes, Dangote is selling 700. And we'll go and buy 700. And from 700, you buy 730 or 750. We, the independent marketer, we don't put too much margin. We want to sell. If you put too much margin, your neighbor will sell more than you. So we put little margin and continue to sell because our banks want this turnover. So the issue of policy of banning, the issue of policy of pricing, it lies in the hands of Dangote. He should ensure that he compares his prices with other African countries because he also exports. Now, let me also bring yours down. He complained that the federal government, that is where I have interest, and also want to speak about, that the federal government should look at product that is being loaded from his depot. It's more expensive than those ones loaded in other African countries. That is that's the nucleus of this matter. The charges at our ports, the federal government charges at our ports, for indigenous refineries, they are too much, even with the independent marketers. What an NDPR charges, sometimes you use over 2 to 3 million to just one license, one small license like this, just to renew it. It's bad. It discourages investment. When we're talking about investment, you must encourage local people. You must encourage local loading. Dangote is talking about encouraging local loading. That was why he mistakenly said ban importation. No, he doesn't say ban importation. When you load from Dangote, you pay more higher than when you load from Cote d'Ivoire or the other African countries. And that is what Dangote said. You pay MPA when you load from Dangote. When you go to your depot to go and discharge, you pay another MPA. That is stepping in one place 2 times. Federal government should look at all those kind of what we call herodic laws and herodic charges and reduce them to encourage free trade in this country. We're no longer talking about exporting products, smuggling of products, because I think our customs and the operation, when they are doing a very good job this time around. So we're talking about, nobody has talked about scarcity. So we have sufficient.
All right.
So let's look at those levies that marketers encounter in loading products from Dangote. They are very exorbitant. That's what the federal government should look at. And that is what the president should invite NNDPR, invite MPA, invite NEMASA. All those monies they take in dollar. You are talking about putting strength, putting pressure on dollar. Why will you pay NEMASA in dollar? Why will you pay all these things, anything you do around importing petroleum product? Because if you are in Nigeria, you will be seen as importing that product from Dangote to your own coastal area. Do you understand me? So concession should be given to those who are taking product from Dangote in his stand farm.
Let's bring in Mr. Esele.